for being here today. We're here to shout loud for social care. It's part of a Surrey-wide initiative about raising awareness of the social care sector, which is often very overlooked and not talked about a huge amount. So, social care really is the lifeline of our communities. It's essential for supporting those people who are possibly unable to fend for themselves properly, to stay living fulfilling, dignified lives. It's a service that touches all of us. It's all around us and often overlooked. It's a vital public service. Here at Right at Home, we predominantly support older adults, but the sector as a whole supports children, younger adults, people with disabilities, people who are recovering from a stay in hospital, people with long-term conditions, people with short-term conditions, and it's about supporting them to live independent lives with dignity and maintain that quality of their life. It encourages independence, it supports recovery, rehabilitation, and it's a lot more than just care. It's about empowering people to live well. So I've worked in social care for coming up for 13 years, and when I drive around now, it's amazing how often I spot the number of care homes that there are around. When I go to the supermarket, how often I see someone there with their caregiver who, if it wasn't for the social care that's being provided to them, would probably be isolated, stuck in their own home. Social care touches all of us. I wanted to talk a little bit about the amazing workforce in social care. I think many of you would be surprised to learn that there are significantly more people working in social care than work for the NHS. And the workforce is amazing. These people are professionals. If I look at the team that work in my organisation, they're fantastic, passionate people who care about what they do, supporting other people, improving the lives of other people. The sector as a whole brings a huge amount to the UK economy. We've got the statistic there, 68 billion to the economy, primarily through the number of people that it employs, but also through the spending and the delivery of the service. Another statistic there, that every £1 invested in social care generates £2.36 in socio-economic benefits. So there's a huge value in the social care sector. At some point in our lives, most of us will need social care, whether that's for ourselves or for a loved one. And to me, that's hugely reassuring to know that service is there, should it ever be needed. There are many countries around the world where there isn't a social care sector, and I think we should be very grateful that we have got this sector and this service here in the UK. It ensures that families can support loved ones and can access this service. For many of us, we don't live close to our family, and to know that service is there where our family is very reassuring. So really what today is about asking you all to help us shout loud for social care. It's a sector that often goes under the radar, underappreciated. For years it's had a shortage of funding. And with the recent changes in the taxation that the government put in back in November with the budget, there is a real risk of damage to the sector. So it needs us all to make sure that social care is and remains a national priority, and we have that focus on it. So I'd like to ask you all to join me in helping to make social care a national priority. I'm happy to take any questions, but before I do that, I'm just going to share a short video that we have launched this year. We're running a campaign this year with this hashtag, I am right at home, and it's about helping our team to be proud of the work that they do every day and the difference they're making to people's lives. I've not got the sound. There's some lovely music in the background. I'm not going to sing. Well, as we've not got the music, do feel free to ask me any questions or share any points you'd like to share. No? Well, if we've not got any questions.
Have you got any sort of like a communication programme in mind to push this?
So I mean, I think the social care sector has been pretty slow to get off the mark. Particularly following the recent budget. If you look at what the farming sector did with the tractors all driving through London, but all the care societies are now getting together, and this is Surrey's part of the campaign, but there is an attempt to do a bit of a national campaign to raise more awareness. It is a challenge. I mean, the press very much likes to share bad news stories. So whenever something goes wrong, we definitely hear about that in the press. But yeah, the whole of the social care sector is trying to get together, and this is part of that campaign.
Okay. Yeah. Is there a, pardon my ignorance, but I mean, how do they come together? Is there some sort of, not another meeting, but you know what I mean? Is there an association? So
there are, yeah. I mean, we're a founding member of the Surrey Care Association, so right. that's at a local level. Nationally, there is also the Home Care Association, which Right at Home is a part of nationally. And then there is an association of the associations, so all of them. So there's, similar to the Home Care Association, there is one for residential care as well, and they're all getting together and trying to generate this campaign as part of that.
And again, is there a place for charity? Well, I'm Surrey Youth Age Concern, representing Surrey Youth Age Concern. I'm not really aware of all that. Should we be attached to it, or are charities already attached to those, or is it the commercial side of social services?
I would imagine any charities that are involved in delivering social care could be part of one of these organisations. Okay. So I know within the Surrey Care Association there are some charitable organisations that are part of that. So yes.
Yeah.
I can send you some information for Providers Unite,
okay.
Which is, I think it's a WhatsApp group currently, but there's about 1,000 providers on there.
Wow.
And they're working together to speak to MPs and things like that. So I can certainly send you some information.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah,
thanks.
of course.
I'm not looking for more meetings, but it clearly this is a good thing to be doing.
Yeah.
Actually, I mean, those numbers are phenomenal in terms of employment alone.
Yeah.
And it impacts all the families in the country.
It does, absolutely.
Completely. Yeah. Thank you.
I really love your hashtag, I'm right at home.
Yeah.
Obviously I'm in the care setting, but I'd like to help in any way I can if I get families coming through the door who are not ready to move, and use that hashtag on your behalf. I think that's very clever.
Fantastic.
And I think it really resonates with a lot of families who want to stay at home as long as they can.
Yeah.
But when they need homes, likewise, we've got homes that are available for that.
Absolutely, and I just think that the sector often doesn't shout enough about what we do and that the professionalism and everything that the that the team work to. So I think we should all be very proud of what we do.
Yeah.
We also have hashtag Grow Stronger Together,
yes.
which is incredibly empowering, because that's why all of you are here today, so that we can grow stronger together and we can shout out even louder.
Yeah.